Thabo Mbeki. He believes no matter what you thought about Thabo Mbeki had a vision and he drove that vision. And he says one of the main problems with the ANC today is that they are indecisive. Do you believe that is the case? That Thabo Mbeki could have saved the ANC?
I agree that Thabo Mbeki had a vision, and his vision was clear. So politically, he marketed it as the African Renaissance. What was the thrust of the African Renaissance? Was the idea that at some point, Africa was a global continent. Sorry, was a glorious continent, and that it was behind important scientific discoveries. And he was suggesting that it is possible to go back to that glorious period where Africa could play an important role in scientific discoveries and provide leadership and make a positive contribution to the world, to world civilization. That was the essence of Thabo Mbeki, and he articulated it. The speeches are there. You could see that in the way in which he led South Africa, he wanted to make an example that Africans can lead. The idea that Africans are idiots, they can't lead modern societies, is wrong. In the main, there was structure in the way Thabo Mbeki was leading South Africa. By the way, for the first time under the leadership of Thabo Mbeki, Africa was even invited to attend G7 meetings. It had never happened before. So the projection of Africa as a progressive continent that can contribute something to the world was Thabo Mbeki's mission. Now, that's the end of my agreement with Vincent Mapai. My disagreement is here. Could Thabo Mbeki have saved the ANC? No. There is no single individual who can save a party for eternity. No. At some point, an individual ages and an individual dies. So this idea that Thabo Mbeki could have lasted eternally and therefore eternally serving as the pillar of the ANC stability is wholly wrong. There is nothing like that. At some point, Thabo Mbeki had to exit. The question is, what are the weaknesses that explain the inevitable collapse of the ANC? Those weaknesses, Thabo Mbeki could have done absolutely nothing about them because there is no way he could have presided over the ANC in perpetuity. What are the weaknesses? Weakness number one, which is the main, is the appropriation of the part, the ANC, by individuals within the party and powerful individuals within the party, and its repurposing and conversion into a means of personal enrichment. In other words, the entry of the corrupt element and the capture of the ANC by the corrupt element. That Thabo Mbeki would never have prevented. So the problem is this: the ANC does not have a culture of punishing wrongdoing. If you don't have a culture of punishing wrongdoing, you must know that eventually your party will collapse. There is no way one individual can save a party. You need processes and systems in order to protect a party. And that's what the ANC does not have.
Do you think, how do you think this came about? Wasn't it something that came from the top and that Thabo Mbeki generally had that vision of punishing wrongdoers? But when Zuma took over, it was mainly him that drove this new culture.
No. Here's the thing, by the way, and this is the mistake made by Thabo Mbeki. He thought he could use the state to fix the ANC. He was completely wrong. He should have used the ANC to fix itself. So if you look at the people who are the corrupt people and leaders of the ANC who were being arrested, they were arrested by the state. They were not subjected to disciplinary action within the party. And that's where he got it wrong. It's like Cyril Ramaphosa, I watch him. He is making the same mistake. The idea that you can actually deal with Ace Mahashul by arresting him through state institutions and you don't institute disciplinary hearings within the party. So the idea is this: those who support the rogue elements in the ANC, they say, aha, Look at our comrades. They are using state institutions to target us. But if you were to deal with them internally in the party, they wouldn't have legs to stand on. So that is the mistake. The ANC does not punish wrongdoing internally. As a result, its leaders, those who think that they can fix the ANC, they use state institutions hoping they can fix the ANC. That won't happen.
That's a very interesting perspective, friend. So the party should be leading the discussion, not the state, in terms of prosecutions. But sorry, did you want to say something?
Yeah, precisely. Remember, it is the governing part. It is the party that tells the state what to do. So if you want to transform the ANC, you don't do that in the state, you do that in the party. If you are serious about punishing corruption, start in the party, don't start in the state.
And